Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is another plan with me, but it's in a very different format from what you guys are used to. I used to do voiceovers, but today I'm going to do a little bit of voiceover and a little bit of live audio, because I think that you guys like the live audio as well as the voiceover. So here I have all of my Hobonichi Weeks that I'm using for 2022. We have my Nuance, my MAAYA Sakamoto, and lastly, my Blue Sneaker Weeks. Let's go through this first, and I'm going to show you last week before I show you the plan with me for today. So this is last week, and this is how I used it. I didn't use it quite often as I should have because I was very busy with my schoolwork. Well, I did post a video midweek and I'm glad that I'm able to see it, but otherwise the feedback for this is that it really disoriented me when I was planning the current week when you go back to your original layout, which is this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and transition into the page anatomy, and then we'll get right back to talking about this layout. So for my Hobonichi Weeks Nuance, I only have 2 columns on the left page, while on the right page is just almost completely blank for now because I'm going to be dividing that later on in the next photo that you will be seeing. And here on the left page, I have my main task or focus as my first column, or rather my first column. And then I have little tasks on the second column, the bigger one, so that I can write a little bit more. And then on the right, I have my tracker at the top, and that big space is now divided. It's going to be Cornell Notes style. So I have my header on the left of the line on the page, and then my other headers going on the right page. All right, so you've seen the page anatomy. Now let's talk about what I've written down and some of the stickers that I have used. So I did use a few things from a sticker book. Let me just go ahead and grab that really quickly. Okay, so I have this sticker book from Common Room, and it's a collection of stickers from different artists, and this is one of my favorites. This is 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, and they were prompted to answer a few questions and draw or doodle their answer as well. So for example, color combo, must watch, go-to tools, self-care must-haves, and things like that. So I'm able to have all of these stickers in one go. This is a little bit expensive. It's almost 2,000 pesos, but I feel like you get a lot of stickers anyways. So I think it's a good value for money, and that is what I used. So I just used one for up there because this is my social media planner, and I don't do social media on Mondays. And then I also have a few decos here. And then for this plan, or rather for this layout, I also doodled a little bit. So there's a little bit of shadows. So just a little bit of doodles just to make it a little bit more artsy, because the stickers I'm using are also quite artsy. And I also did this fancy little circle. So I'm trying to get out of the shadow. This one. So I thought that was really sweet and cute. So when I flipped to this page, it has a little bit more aesthetic. So it's aesthetically pleasing. So I did that, and I'm very happy with how it turned out, and we'll set her aside. So now we're going to my life planner, which is my dream planner. This is my unicorn, and this is the MAAYA Sakamoto collaboration. And if you're wondering, actually the foiling is a little, it's peeling on the Hobonichi logo. So be very careful if you have the Mononcle. I suggest to use a cover on cover. So the Mononcle is the 2023 𝒼𝒉𝒊𝒔 Weeks. It's part of the 𝒼𝒉𝒊𝒔 line, so art related. It has a bunch of sketches and a little bit of foiling. Now the foiling can fade if you're not careful, and the Mononcle has the exact same material as this, and with the 365 days. So that is how it will behave, and I hope that helps you out. So let's go ahead and take a look at previous week. Okay, so this was the vertical layout that I did last week. This wasn't as disorienting, but yet at the same time, this wasn't my favorite at all. I barely used it. I just updated it before I filmed. Also because I might be very busy and not have a lot of time to do life stuff and home stuff. So I'm completely reliant on my husband and my family to take care of me at the moment. I'm just really, really busy. And the stickers that I used are from 𝒉𝒂. I'm going to link the haul video. It was the video before this. And I'm sorry for the shadows, but there it is. Okay, and I thought that it was a really good match for this layout since it's a little bit on the brown side, a little bit vintage feeling, but it's not completely vintage, so it's a really good mix, and I really love this little sticker. And then for this week, I'm going to go ahead and transition into the page anatomy right now. For my Hobonichi X MAAYA, I have on the left page 2 columns. Now the wider one is on the first column and a narrower one for the second column. And on the right, I have 1 column divided into 3 rows. For the left page, the first column is my schedule or dailies. And then on the second column, I have my water tracker, workout tracker, as well as lunch and dinner trackers, so my meal trackers. Next, on the right page, the top row has my goals of the week, followed by my info dump, which is organized in a Cornell note style once again, and the bottom row is just full of decos celebrating my Hobonichi X MAAYA planner. These stickers that I used are from the sheet that came with this planner, and they are a bunch of doodles from MAAYA Sakamoto herself. So I used quite a few, and this is the results. And I also used some dot stickers from Daiso. So over there and over here, it's brightly colored. I specifically chose that because I was using such brightly colored MAAYA Sakamoto stickers. And lastly, I did put in this little activity sticker, and it is a character that is planning, and this is from paperjoyph. I'm not sure if she's still open, because I've had that sheet for quite some time, and I thought it was pretty. It was really pretty. It was very cute, and today is a day of using sticker hoards. And this is for my life planner, and I should have shown you all of these. So it repeats daily. You could do a tracker that's horizontal, but I feel like because I use this on a daily, so these are my dailies, I didn't even like put a header here. I thought that it was pretty obvious what everything was, and I was just using the exact same thing over and over again, so I thought that there's no need to do headers, but you can of course do that if you are using this layout for different things. So I am trying to get better with health, and I am preparing physically for a trip, and because I'm so sedentary, most of the time I just spend 8 hours sitting down. I have to like be better at exercising and working out and things, and doing water and watching what I eat. So my doodles aren't perfect, but I went ahead and did it because this is my planner, and you know, you got to work with what you have. And I really like this because it's just very simple, and if you're looking at really simple things, very few trackers, and if you like, you don't have to like do the doodles, just do the meal planning over here. The one thing that I don't have here is finances, because I'm not planning to really spend. If I do have any finance related things, like I spent quite a few pesos, thousands of pesos on something else, then I would write them down here on the notes and just track it over here. So this is Cornell note style. It's just that I haven't really filled out the headers here. So what I can do is, if I do have an entry for finance, I could just write finance over here so that I can see it. Alternatively, you can also use highlighters to highlight that line, and you know at a glance that it's a finance entry, which I might do later on. It depends. So that is for my life planner, and then we're going into our last planner, which is this, and this is once again the sneakers. So you do get quite a lot of notes pages here, and I've never shown you the notes pages because it's just disorganized and it's not something I like to show. So once again, let's take a look at last week, and I actually like this because it did work quite well for me as I was tracking work, and I do spend most of the day just doing work because it's crunch time. So maybe up to 10 hours of just working is just really crazy right now. If you don't know, and if you're new here, also hello and welcome. And this is my work planner, and I am a PhD student, so that's why I'm really busy. It's my last few months. All right, so I like it, but it's not my favorite. I like it more than what I did with the MAAYA Sakamoto one, and when I was filming that, I knew that it wasn't my favorite, and I think I've already said that in that video as well. That wasn't my favorite. So if I was going to rank last week, it was going to be, this is the bottom, this is the middle, and this is actually top, although I didn't use it as often as this one. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the coming week, and I'm going to transition into page anatomy now. On the left page, I have two equal sized columns, and the second column actually has an extra row, while on the right, I just have my Cornell notes because I'm really loving how that looks and how information is organized. So for the left page, I have my schedule on the first column, while on the second column, I have my progress tracker with the top row as expectations. I'll explain more about the expectations later after this voiceover. And on the right page, I have on the top row my goals for the week for work, and then I have my info dump, my notes, and on the bottom I have my next week. Actually, all of the layouts that I've shown you has a next week at the bottom. And we're back, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things that I should have mentioned or did not mention. Just a few highlights. Okay, so first is that this is an example of the Cornell notes. So I have topic and then notes, and it's actually following the top and the bottom. So the top one has to do, which is my goals for the week, and then at the bottom I have next week, and then I need to prep for a PowerPoint. Well, no, I need to prep the PowerPoint for the conference that I'm attending in a few weeks, and I'm very excited for that. And then also we have quite a few stickers here. The reason that I did that is because I don't think I'm going to be writing quite a lot, since I am tracking things in my PhD planner as well, and maybe we'll talk about that in not next week but the week after's midweek video, because I have had a few requests to see what I do for my PhD tracking and things. And the stickers that I used are from Daiso. Two of them are from Daiso. So this one and the circle ones are from Daiso. The others, the black and white ones, are from KikK, and I had been hoarding that, and once again I said that it's my using up your sticker hoard day. So that is the finished layout, and I thought that this should work quite well. Oh, one more thing. I'd like to emphasize that these little areas are for expectations of what I need to do that day. But since life is so unpredictable, I consider them as my expectations. So that is it. And I hope that you like this video, even though it's a very different kind of video from what I'm used to putting out. But this is what we have for now, because I am also moving, which is going to be something I'm planning for next week's plan with me. It's going to be really crazy planning and less work. And hopefully YouTube will still be one of my priorities. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more layout ideas in your Hobonichi Weeks or other planners. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!